Hi, so today I'm sharing a closer look with you at my Yumi Hobonichi and Yumi items. So let's get started. I'm Tammy Inman and this is A Peach Life, and I'm going to share with you how I utilize mine, how I've altered mine, and let's get started. Okay, so let me move a few things out of the way and get straight to a couple things so there's no confusion on the planners for this 2026. So this one is the 2026 Hobonichi, and this one is the current year, 2025. These are all A6, and this is the 2024. So I want to clear something really quick with my 2026. So I'm going to move these aside, and you'll notice I have the little cat bookmarks, and they do not come like that. So I want to make sure anyone who sees this video and is wondering about that, it is a really cute little bookmark that is available from Hobonichi. I got mine from Yoseka. Other shops have it as well. It is a dual double-sided, and all I did with my fingers, not everyone's is going to be this way, but I just gently worked at it and pulled it apart. So let me give you a little close look, and then behind, and it's just the inner stitching. I just used my little clear Gorilla Glue tape, not Gorilla Glue tape, Gorilla Glue, and glue that on. There was a little bit of the fabric stitching, and I put a little glue dot on that. Now you could leave it like that. You could have added them together on one bookmark and had it a dual, or you could put a little fabric or felt on the back. I think I will add some little vintage flower fabric, might be really cute on the back. A little sip of my Pellegrino. I'm gonna scoot in here a little bit with you since I'm moving all the other items out of the way. So here's a little look. I'm going to show you my altered items, what I altered and why. So in here, inside my cover for 2026, I took the front cover off of the Hobonichi notebook, the little Yumi notebook. And again, I apologize. I really do need to look up and make sure. I've just said Yumi so long. I think a lot of us do. I took the cover off. I trimmed it down and I used it on here along with some Laikita washi. And I've shared many times in my videos, I use a Midori notebook for art journaling. And then what I used on here is I used, let's see, last year's little embellishment that came with the Hobonichi items. And I took this little embellishment. Let's see, I have a little tiny bit of like release type adhesive on the back. I cut out with a little X-Acto knife and I glued the little frame down, and then I took the little cat that was inside and trimmed it out and added it to my front cover. And then I also, this little frame, took one of the sticker sheets from this year and I added it to my front cover. These were attached, and there was a little cats at the top or bottom, the little twin cats, and I added those right onto my front cover. Now I still need to add the Midori clear cover to here. Aren't those guys so cute? Don't they add so much goodness? So that's how I decorated my cover for this year. And those are so cute. This was from the first year, 2024. This one is 2025. And this one comes with the 2026. Now I've only ordered one of the items, so I only got one of those, which now I like saving those, one from each year. Now on this particular item, I've been trying to avoid buying double of stuff, but I immediately knew I was going to do something with those little embroidered bookmark. So I didn't know if I was going to use them on one of my covers or notebooks or canvas totes or little zip pouches, but I knew I was going to use them, and they turned out just perfect for here. I love it so much. Okay, now let me say that I took the cover from here. This is really great to put at your desk or wherever you, your computer station or something like that, and lovely for taking your notes and stuff because the paper is just so smooth, like butter. Oh, look at it. I was just getting ready to write my maiden last name. How funny. I haven't done that in years. Okay, Tammy Inman, not my maiden. And this is my Kaweco Hello Kitty fountain pen. It's like a pearl. It's so beautiful and lovely. So I am utilizing that in here. And again, this is my art journal one. And I've already started on it because I've recently shared how I have finished up my Midori art journal. And I don't start a new one every year. I just start when I finish. So when I say I'm finished, I mean I'm pretty much finished on here. And I did save this spot for something I wanted to write. It was a little quote of Maud Lewis. So this is my new one, and then I started decorating it. I've added a little inside. This is one of the sticker rolls right here. They're a little longer, so I just trimmed down the middle and connected them to make a square. But it comes with these 4 different styles. Very cute. This is Hobonichi. This item is. And it's this year's 2026. And then these are little Yumi items I got, and they are stamps. They're so cute. They're not Hobonichi, but jet pens and Nico Neko, lots of places had them. But prior to everybody having them, I ordered them from somewhere, and the shipping was like a little crazy whether I ordered a little or a lot, it seemed like. So I ordered a bunch and had put some in my Etsy shop then. So if there's certain things like that, I will do and put over there or on my Macari, A Peach Life. Everything social media is A Peach Life. You can find it, whether that's Instagram or any of those. Okay, hi Tommy. Tommy's rolling through. You can see his shadow. Hey, buddy. So if you do take the cover off of yours, you can now, maybe you'll utilize it. I know a lot of people say they love to get these notebooks, but they do not use them. Well, let me tell you, once you take the cover, you will find that you will probably use it more. So that will, okay. I know you like to come visit, but you really do need to find just a little, a little spot. Have a seat. Have a seat. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, let's come up a little. Let's go over here a little bit. Oh my goodness. Let's go over here a little. Okay. And then I'll show you in this year's book a couple of the pages I started doing once Thomas moves along. Okay, let me show you what else there is, what else I altered, and so on. Okay, my 2024 Hobonichi A6 cover has my Kaweco pencil, and this one I use for, hi buddy, I use for my sketching and things like that. I'm going to bring you guys over here a little tiny bit. There we go. And like this, because my friend is just going to move everywhere and get in the way if I kind of just don't leave him be. Okay, and of course I'm going to use these in my art journal so they do not go to waste in any way. And then, so we could take a look here. I just keep little goodies. Let's see, little goodies and things in here. And such, just sort of more cuteness. This is from a Hobonichi in years past. And a little decorative in my cover. And a little sketching. I kind of showed that before. And so on. And then I have one of the pencil boards from last year. They're just so cute. I love it. I love this pencil board, and I'll show you in other ways how I used other ones that I have. Oh, maybe somebody's gonna, hi buddy. Let's see. Okay. So we're gonna scootsy back over here. Okay, so my pages, I started just a little tiny hint of creating. This is going to be my art journal. I was going to hold off because I typically use grid of the Midori, and I really didn't want to wait to order. I just went for it and used what I had. Okay. Now let me start with apologizing here really quick. Okay, there we go. Tommy, you're right in blocking the light. Oh, sorry. I gotta get this big guy down. Are you leaving or going? Have a seat. Come on, please have a little seat, buddy. Come on, lay down. All right. Let's just move along. I'm sorry, he's kind of blocking the little light a bit. So that is how, buddy, goodbye. Okay, that is how I use, that is what I'm using my 2026 as my art journal cover. Wow, I really crinkled that up. My 2024 is my little sketch book. It's so cute. Aren't those just so cute? I'd shared I recently sold off my A5 cover because I found it wasn't really using it, and I'd rather just sort of release it to someone else who would love to use it and have one. I think they're a little hard to find. And then this one was my writing one. And well, it was my art journal, then it was my writing one. And so this go around right now, I have a bunch of photos and things that I'm working through that were my mom's. And I found like I needed a little spot to kind of divvy up different sections, but I wanted to kind of be able to see everything instead of just putting it in a little zip pouch. And so all the little pockets and things in here worked in order for me to be able to separate my different little areas of what I'm working on. So I really love that. And I do have this pocket space if I want to add more. And then I have one of the A6 size pocket sleeves. Let's see. So, and on mine, I've added secretarial covers to them all so that I can kind of organize things differently in them. So in this one, I have some more photos and some little labels and stuff for my photos and things that I'm working on for a scrapbook. So I found this was just perfect, just so wonderful for that. So you can think of so many different ways to utilize that. It would also be really great if you love to kawaii journal or art journal or junk journal, any of that, putting your ephemera and different stationery and bits and papers and things like that. And I have the little Kita washi strip stickers in here, and this would be an excellent little way to carry all that little paper and stationery with you, along with, say, your art journal, to have those two little cuties with you. Oh, I love that. Or if you use an A5 size and you want a little something to keep all that stationery and sticker sheets and stuff like that in there, it will be perfect. I think when I'm all done, that is how I'm going to end up utilizing this. Although I have a Hobonichi drawer pouch that I utilize in that way, but I really like that this is open and I can see everything at a glance. So, sorry, I'm going to move that up. Here are the little items, so let me show you. So I showed these little sleeves, and what they are, they're the original little, like, they call them, I think, like a clear pocket sleeve. And so you have them like this, and I just trimmed this bottom sort of stitching off, and I added it to my clear Secretarial covers. I will say to you, these are from Foxy Fix, which is no longer in business. I know you can find pocket size on Amazon and such. Sorry, not pocket, I apologize, passport size and other sizes. But apparently A6 is really hard to find. So if you guys know of somewhere, link it in the comments so others can find that. I really do love having them in here, but they also work wonderful like this. I always get, if they have cute ones from Hobonichi or other companies, because I find I use them for a little everything. And then those are not from this year. Those were from last year or the year before. The very first year they came out in 2024. And they also made them in A5, and they're just so cute. They're so cute. Now, I've used mine, and again, I've cut the little bottom piece off of the A5, and then I've trimmed along the line, and I've stuck them in my A5 covers for a already pre-decorated planner cover, which is just so cute. Or if you do like what I wish I would have done, I wish I wouldn't have cut mine and just slid it in there, and then I can take it out when needed. I also utilize my pencil boards that way, where I'll stick them in and use them as the cover in my planners and journals and such, and then I can change them out as needed. So I resist. I get a little carried away and I want to start cutting at things really quick. So those were just so cute that I have gotten extra through the years. So I love that. This is the other one. So the A5, oh yeah, I showed that one. The A5, that's my extra little guy. And like I said, I've used them as covers, and then I'll pull them out when a notebook's done and put it away so that I have it. And then, let's see, moving along here. This was my little cover for last year in my art journal. And I had it inside of a Midori clear cover. So it worked out so perfect. Isn't last year so cute? I really love it. And this year's cute, but I'm like, last year, I think has the trimming down, and this year has lots of color. But I found these when I was in New York, and they are just little plain greeting cards, and they're Yumi. Oh, I also found a little notebook at a coffee shop here in Georgia. I forgot to bring that over to my pile here with me. Okay, so this is another fun way to add the little look of cuteness and all the little goodness that she creates. Okay, to your covers and such, to make a little special cover. So I did that along with the little Hobonichi embellishment for that year. And look how cute the box is. So when I'm done, I'll have this cute little box, and it looks so cute for maybe wood stamps or something. Okay. And then I've also used these in little frames in my creative space. I've also made them as frames for a gift. My friend Robin, and framed them and made little cuteness and sent out to others that I know who love that and would utilize them in their creative space. So now my little cover, I might end up using it on something else. Oh, you know what it's really cute for? I know, I'm so glad I didn't forget to share this with you guys. If you have a solid color cover, and you just like using your cover every year, and it's cute to put different postcards and things like that in there. It's also, but if you loved a little Yumi, you can take your solid cover Hobonichi and slip one of these in there, or you can slip one of the clear sleeves in to make it your cover. So that's really cute. You can personalize. So I do like the solid covers for that. I have found I change little postcards, or I decorate different little things throughout the year. So a solid color cover is really wonderful. I have one, and it's in my secretarial desk right now, and it doesn't have a Yumi cover in it. It's got like a Monet type cover in it at the moment, but it's wonderful. So a clear cover, you don't have to have these, but I can't resist these little cute A6, and A6 is like my Goldilocks size. And this was from last year. Sorry if I keep going up high. This is from last year. It's the weekly. I try every year to stick to a weekly, because one year I did so amazing in a weekly, and ever since I've never been able to get it quite right. So this is the pencil board that is for the weekly. I just love that little house and all the detail and books and that lamp. It's just so cute. Look at the little guy. How did I not notice that before? Creating art up here in the corner. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Okay, so I love the pencil boards. And again, you could slip that in, like say they don't have a cover or something you want. You can just easily take your pencil boards, slip them in to a solid, or if you already have a notebook and you want a different cover, they're perfect for that. I'm not reinventing the wheel or anything here. A lot of you know this, but it is such a fun way to use them. Another altered item of mine is I've taken the week's pencil board and I've trimmed that down to pocket size, and I use it as a little divider in my watercolor notebook, so that if my pages get too wet, it doesn't bleed through. Or I use it to clip my little palette and wipe cloth and all of that to it. And so it's so cute. I felt like it was just perfect for this particular one. And then I have another little sketchbook. I've really been, let's see, I don't know if I have anything new in this guy, but oh, I think this guy's a little new. Okay, so I have, this is the A6 one that is trimmed down. It is just perfect. So I kind of find where I want to trim and I put it in there. There we go. I typically like to take the top portion because then I get to keep the cute little tab. but sometimes the pattern doesn't always work out where I want to trim in order to keep the cute little tab on the top. There we go. Okay, I guess I should have better looked. I apologize. I hope I don't keep going too high up here. All right, so I was really surprised. I wish I brought it over when I was getting coffee at a little coffee shop my son wanted to take me to up in Atlanta. I found just a little, they had a bunch of notebooks, and one of them was a little Yumi character that she makes. All right, so there are my little altered items and such. I have another. This was the first year, and this was a week's cover. Okay, and it was on the cover of the weeks, and I just gently peeled it off. And I have lots of other videos showing it attached. It was attached, like sewn attached, which you could see a little bit of my Hobonichi still here. I used extra fabric and trim, and I sewed it to my Hobonichi. It was absolutely just so adorable and darling. I accidentally stitched through that part. I would do that a little differently. I like how the 2024 was on the spine, and adding that little bit of extra fabric made it so it can fit on my A6 Hobonichi. This was just so cute, but then I got a wild idea that I want to trim my Hobonichi to pocket size, and I will tell you, it is one of my favorite, most loved years. And where I sewed, when I trimmed that down, it just cut off nicely. So no one was the wiser. So I hang on to this because I definitely will find that I'm going to use it on something else. And then lastly, I have, this was from Hobonichi the Weeks. And then lastly, I have this little cute Yumi zip pouch. And I just have in mind, for the moment, a glue stick, little scissors, like a whiteout, and some adhesive. And it's nice to kind of just toss with me into a little bag when I'm carrying my items along. And then lastly, I have one more pencil board in here. Oh, this one is not my Yumi pencil board. I forgot, I changed that out. So no more lastly. Let's see. Oh, and then when I cut my pencil boards, I always share this with you guys, I save them. And it's cute little added goodness in here. Or, let's see, I think I have another one in here, do I not? Oh, I might actually have it. Oh, I have it in my book I'm reading. When I trim those little bits off, it's cute to use them as little bookmarks in your books. And so I don't let any of the little pieces or things go to waste. This is my A5 that I'm using. So that is why I know I'm always using this one, and I have a Galen leather one and such. And as much as I love the Yumi items, I just felt like I'd rather somebody who loved it could use it. And when I sold mine on Mercari, I put one of the clear sleeves because I know how hard they are to find. And I got mine in the beginning and different times when I knew I loved them and was using them for lots of things. Okay. Maybe at some point, I'll let you guys know if I end up I start to feel like, well, I'm not using them that much, and I'd rather release a few things to somebody who could use them. Most of all my items, tons and tons of stuff, I give away. I mean, I really do give away probably like 80 to 90% of my items. And then the stuff you do see on Mercari is just like the other things that I just decide that I need to sell. And that's really it. That is my whole little bit of Yumi items and goodness for this coming year and in the last couple years that I've had. Oh, actually I do. I have one other little thing, and this is, I'll show you right at the top here in my little drawer. These are some little Yumi wood stamps, some of her designs. And I got them a little here, there, and everywhere, but I'll tell you the small ones. Actually, I think all of these I've seen on jet pens. Other stores have them, and so it's taken me time to kind of buy and collect them, but they're so cute to add to my little calendar boxes and such for just like a little added cuteness in planners or next to a little start spot on my journaling. Okay, so that was them. Did I get all of them in there? Let me give you guys a little cute close look. Her artwork is just so cute. Her designs, I just love all of it. I know so many of us do. Okay, so I hope that gave you some ideas to use yours. And thank you guys. If you liked the video, give it a little click and like. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.